Hi ladies! I had a few of you ask me how to run both Facebook parties and in-home parties. So I'm going to make this little video so you guys can go back at any time and find out exactly what you need. So first I'll start with Facebook parties. There are so many different tips out there that you can find about Facebook parties. Ones that I have picked up both from JamCon, from following direct sales specialists that train on Facebook parties, and even just from sitting in on other companies as well as people from our own companies, their mock parties or their current live parties. I picked up so many things that have been very helpful, so I will share those with you. One is I personally choose to do Facebook events over Facebook groups. When you do an event, it's more personal. You're inviting the person and they feel wanted. One thing that I just found right recently was to actually message your guests beforehand individually and ask them if they even want an invitation. How much more personal is that? That's amazing, right? So from now on, I'm going to be trying that out. It's a little bit more time consuming for your consultant or for your hostess, but I feel like the outcome is going to be much better. And keep it to 50 people max. Okay? I know some of you like to not tell your hostess that, but then you end up with 200 people in a party and that loses a lot of importance. Make a video of your top sellers. I know several of you are camera shy, but you gotta get out and do it. It's really, really easy to say, I love this and this is why. You can do it with any of our products. Give your favorite wraps. I would say do a juniors wrap as well as a regular wrap. Do the gels because they're fantastic, as well as any other products that you think are amazing. I always do the application kit, mini heater, wraps, and gels. Those are personally just my favorites. And any of your top sellers, if it's a specific wrap, do that. Make sure you follow up after the party. As soon as they order, you want to make a post onto the event and say thank you so-and-so for your order. Have like either a collage or just a picture of some of the wraps that they ordered, and then also send them a personal message saying thank you so much for your order. And then in 2 days, generally you'll have a tracking number. Send them that tracking number. Say, here's your tracking number. I can't wait for you to get your wraps. I hope you're as excited as I am for you to try them. Easy message. It gets them staying excited about the product. You can also ask them if they have any questions for you between those two messages. At 2 weeks, they should have their wraps by then. Ask them if they need help with the application. At 2 months, you can message them with the latest specials, whether it's hostess exclusives, whether it's holiday wraps that just came out, a new catalog, whatever it is, you can share that with them. Even if it's like the August hostess or the joint incentive, you can let them know about that because by then they should be familiar with you and your company. Whenever you have a hot lead meaning somebody that says, I love Jamberry, how do I become a part of this? You need to follow up within 12 hours, okay? 12. That's really fast. I know some of you get carried away with your lives, but you need to get them while they're hot. Otherwise, they'll either have people talk them out of it, even though it could be life-changing for them. And that's the thing that that people don't realize is how amazing this company can be. We're in a brand new company and it's growing like crazy. It could really be a life changer. So let me see. There are so many reasons that Jamberry can help somebody's life, whether it's just giving them more confidence or even financially. There's several reasons why to join. One could be extra money. Yep, pretty sure we've all experienced that by now. 2 is flexibility of time. If you aren't having to do a 8 to 5 job every day, Jamberry is a great way to get you out of that, and you have more time for your life, your family, your friends. Number 3 is friends who want you to succeed. Your friends want to see you happy, so when they see you succeeding, or they want to support you. 4 is recognition. Our company is great at recognition. Even if it's just your birthday, you get a set of free wraps. How sweet is that? And then also personal growth and self-esteem, which I mentioned before. I've grown tremendously through this experience, and I honestly want that with anybody. So now I'm going to move on to the in-homes. Every in-home party is different. Some of you might have 3 people there, some of you might have 10 people there. So there's a different way to handle each scenario. One thing that I found that I love is party cards, and so I actually ordered these online from the website is Average to Excellence, and it comes with 10 cards. So if you have a bigger party, you can hand them out once people sit down, and then you go through and say, hey, who has card number 1? And so what you'll do is then have them read the front of the card, and then your card will give you a corresponding thing to say to them, and then you'll have them read the back of the card, and your card will say a corresponding thing to them. So I'll just go over a few of them. So card number 5. Front of it says, live your dreams. So I would then explain, people are interested in Jamboree for many different reasons. A full-time income while working part-time hours, flexible schedule, fun relationships, income for education and kids' activities, as well as luxuries that are not in a budget. These give people a huge join incentive, because they start thinking about what are things that I could pay for. And then the back of their card, let's see if you can see that, it says double my tickets. Double tickets ask me about my job. So they can ask you any question about your job, and people love getting double tickets. So one thing that I do when I go into a party, I literally sit there with a lot longer than this, strand of tickets. And I pretty much don't end the party until they're off of my neck. I say, okay, I've got 3 more. Who wants them? And that's a great way to get people entertaining. If somebody has a cute shirt on, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. Here's a ticket. Just stay fun, stay upbeat. You can get the tickets at the dollar store, Walmart. I see them everywhere. One great thing about this card is the $1,000 game. So what you do is you say, hey, Marie, if I gave you $1,000 a month, what would you do with it? And let's say that there's 10 people in the room, you could ask that to a few people. And the next person, hey, Kelsey, if I gave you $1,000 a week, what would you do with it? Then people start thinking. If they just give you, oh, I'll go on vacation, oh, I'll go shopping. Well, what will you buy? Ask them questions. Get more into knowing them and what they would actually want. And then the last few people, you could say, okay, if I give you $1,000 a day, what would you do with it? And by then, everybody's just blown out of the water because you can't even imagine that much money. And then say, well, believe it or not, in my company, and even on my team, there are people who make $1,000 a month, $1,000 a week, and $1,000 a day. That's incredible. And the fact that our company is still growing gives us all so much more opportunity to get to that point. So that's card number 5. The next one is gifts to go. So they read the front of the card, gifts to go, and then so it literally says, ask card holder to read the back of their card. They then say, gift list. You then say, give guests 2 minutes to write down anybody's names they need to buy a gift for holidays, birthdays, etc. Give a ticket to the guest with the longest list, and then you could let them know, hey, you can pick up a few extra items just to put in your gift closet. Save you time from going out to the store in the future. Or when you buy those gifts tonight, you won't have to go shopping in the future, and the hostess will get credit. And then you give the card holder a ticket. So every time they participate, you give them a ticket. Last one is right place, right time. And it says pick a product on it. So pick a product means that you will have them pick one item that you have out, whether it's the mini heater, nail lacquers, gels, you just have something out. And so many of the cards say pick a product on it. And this card is when you talk about recruiting offers, customer offers, buy 3 get 1 frees, hostess offers like the hostess exclusives, and you give them a ticket as well. So that's a great way to both implement recruiting, hosting your own party, and following that through. So there's 10 of those cards. If you're really into wanting to do home parties, I recommend getting them. They've been great for me. So then I will go to when you start out your party. Some people okay, so party cards is one way to do it. It explains everything. It covers products, it covers hosting, it covers joining, it covers all of our incentives, whether it's the trip incentive. It literally covers everything and hits them multiple times in different ways that aren't too bad. So if you're not going to do that, if you're just doing a regular party where you just talk and explain the catalog, you can start out by saying, hi, I'm Brianna. By a show of hands, how many of you have tried Jamboree nail wraps? People raise their hands. Okay, now how many people have heard of them? Raise their hands. Or you could vice versa, who's tried them, who's heard of them. Who's heard of them? Who's tried them? Great. You're going to have such a good time tonight, hanging out with your friends, getting a free manicure. It's going to be so much fun. You'll see my job is very fun and simple. Maybe you could use an extra money for your kids' soccer fees or tap dance lessons, or even just to go shopping. I'd love to introduce you all to the world of Jamberry. Right then, it's just your introduction. It tells you how much you love your job. It tells them a little join incentive. You don't want to barf out too much all at once by saying, oh, I joined Jamberry because, or my company started so many years ago and blah, 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 blah. They don't want to hear that at all. Short and sweet is always great, but you also want to sprinkle joining, hosting, and our products and specials throughout it. So the second part is sprinkle your I story, which is why you joined, throughout it. You can say, talk about income. You can cover the compensation plan a little bit and say what you've done since you started joining Jamberry, how it's helped your life, and what you're hoping to do, what your goal for your future is. Another thing you can do is talk about our travel incentive. Life changes. It has done X, Y, and Z for me. And then recruiting. You can talk about how you're a walking advertisement. You literally go into a store, swipe your card, and people see your nails. It's so much fun. You can even just have fun with your friends and stay an active consultant. It's a minimal investment to give our company a try. That's pretty much the basis of your explanation, and then you can go through the catalog. I have 2 more points on the in-home party, and then I promise I'll be done. One is a catalog scavenger hunt, which is basically explaining the catalog. You can start from the front or you can start from the back. You beforehand make little tabs saying that you want them to find, let's say, sailing seas. Now when they find this page, they'll say what page number it's on and everybody will turn to it. Oh, hold on there, can you see it? So now you can explain coding and how if this picture has 2 wraps on it and this one over here has 3 on it, that means you'll get that per sheet. You can explain what wraps look like. And then you could do a juniors wrap, you can go to the NAS, you can go to all different areas throughout the catalog. Another thing you can do is a backwards catalog party. So you start at the back. You start out with our join. And then you have everybody turn to hosting. And you explain everything. And then once you get to our premium nail wraps, you can then do the catalog search as well, or you can just quickly describe it to them. Really, your parties are how you want to run them. So it's pretty simple. A fun thing that I just tried that Shannon on our team came up with is having people paint their nails. Okay? But it's a little bit more fun than that. So what you'll do is you'll tell everybody, hey guys, I'm going to do a fun game with you to start this party off. So I want everybody to raise which hand that they write with. Some people will raise their right hand, some people will raise their left hand. And you say, okay, so now use that hand, grab a bottle of nail polish, and you're going to have the neighbor next to you paint with that color. So then all these people are either in a circle or you'll have to do it at 2 times. But what you need to do is give a time limit. So I'll say you have 30 seconds because then who knows if a child's going to come barging in, you know? Who knows what's going to happen when you're actually sitting at home trying to paint your nails. You need to recreate the situation of them hating painting their nails because really it's such a pain in the butt, right? So then whoever paints their person's nail the best, so not the person who's getting their nail painted, but the person who's doing it, whoever paints it the best gets a couple tickets. Easy game, it's fun, and then you just make sure you have nail polish remover and say, okay, now let's fix that with Jamberry. Pretty simple. This is my little organizer. I got it off of Amazon. I love it. If you plan on doing in-home parties, have it. I also take it to vendor events with me, so that way they see what I have. In the drawers, it has all different things, whether it's cuticle pushers, nail clippers, scissors, buffers, cotton balls, and then here's all of the little samples for them to try. So when you do in-home parties, the last one that I did, I let people do as many wraps as they wanted. I just wanted to try it out. Honestly, it took way too long and people got bored. So I would not do it. They just want to try it out and then get going. You can have them paint. I would have them paint 4 out of the 5 nails and then put a wrap on the 5th. I've tried this out. I personally think that's the best way to do it. If you want to try gels, you can let them know that you have gels as an option, but only do one nail. Keep it fun, keep it simple, keep it upbeat. Your confidence radiates. I know your first couple parties are going to be so scary, but it's going to be so worth it in the end. You're going to have so much fun. Now when I do in-home parties, I absolutely love them. My first 3, I was scared to death. I literally shook like a little chihuahua. So I'm so excited for you guys. I want to challenge you all to have 3 in-home parties booked between this month and next. Okay? If you do it, send me a message and I'll send you a little something for free, okay? See you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.